Welcome into A to Z Sports Prime Time on a Sunday night. Hope everybody's feeling right, living well. Hope you enjoyed a spectacular hockey game at Bridgestone Arena, whether you're sobering up or whether you're heading on your way over, probably getting ready to go to the Nashville SC game for a Nashville sports doubleheader. The Nashville Predators able to pull off another back-to-back double overtime victory at Bridgestone Arena this afternoon. An incredible performance, one which we will discuss over the course of this evening. We'll spend some time on the Nashville sports doubleheader, whether you're brave enough to attend one between the Preds. The Sounds had a game today too, and now Nashville SC getting ready to kick off, or about to kick off if they have not already kicked off, at Nissan Stadium. We will do the Tennessee Heating and Cooling heat check because that is our custom each and every Sunday night. And we will enjoy some time together. Tamara, forgive me if I botch your first name. Says a great day. Texas Sports 1015 says still got the Grizzlies tonight. That's right. They're getting ready to tip off against Utah. Lucas says they're vibing. Trevon says any Titans talk or all Preds talk? Yeah, it's all Preds. They just it's nothing to talk about with the Titans, Trevon. So if you want Titans talk, I'm sure we'll get through it later on in the week when I go to practice. But at this point, no, we're going to talk about the Preds. So before we get things going, you need to share this show across all of your favorite social platforms, no matter where it is that you consume us. If you're with us on Twitter, you can retweet the show in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It's quite simple to do so. You can retweet the show using those three little dots and get your Twitter folks, your Twitter friends involved, if you would be so kind. If you're with us on Facebook Live, it's quite simple as well. You can share now to public. That's how things get going on Facebook Live with all your Facebook friends, and we will enjoy that together. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the A to Z Sports YouTube channel and throw us a like. If you're on Twitch, subscribe to that channel as well. You could be wherever you want, and we will enjoy the conversation over the course of this evening's show together. And now that more of you are here, we can go ahead and begin the show officially. Welcome into A to Z Sports Prime Time on a Sunday. I'm your host, Buck Rising, and I'm proud, as always, to be presented to you by the fine folks at Two Rivers Ford. That is the name that you know, an official partner of the Nashville Predators, because not only do they provide to you incredibly fantastic American-made Ford vehicles, but they're also an official partner of the Nashville Predators because they support the local sports teams too. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. Quite simple. Gary Ashton and the Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage, the official real estate agent of the Nashville Predators. Of course, the vibes are strong with the Gary Ashton team. I'll throw them up there. Gary's vibing, you're vibing. You'll vibe when you get your dream address without the stress, or when you sell with the intel that the Ashton team has provided to you at GaryAshton.com. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Not only can you enjoy the Preds' success, but you can enjoy your winnings with the promo code A to Z Sports in the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app. And, of course, Brymac Mechanical, BRYMAK, Brymac.com. That is where you go for satisfaction guaranteed on all of your HVAC needs. They will hook you up. They will get you going at Brymac.com. Okay, so let's talk about the Nashville Predators because I'll be honest with you guys. I said this on Twitter. I got a little bit of heat for it, but I'm not really bothered by it. I haven't seen in their entirety the Preds game on Friday or the game from this afternoon because I went to Indiana this weekend. My little sister graduated high school today. Happened at 12:30. The Preds played at 1:30, and I got home, about an hour ago. So I've just been catching up on all of the excitement. Now, I walked into my hotel room in Indianapolis just in time to see Duchesne score in double overtime on Friday, and I'm doing a thorough review after we conclude primetime tonight. But there's two big takeaways that I've been able to ascertain from the Preds back-to-back double overtime victories. And it's not just that Taylor Lewan is still capable of chugging beer, even with his family in attendance as opposed to his teammates. The question that I'm going to ask you guys here tonight, your Two Rivers Ford take, what is most responsible for the Nashville Predators evening their series? I think I spelled evening correctly, but I had to double check. Settling the score with the Carolina Hurricanes down 0-2, now tied up at 2 apiece with 2 double overtime victories at Bridgestone Arena. A fantastic performance without question, but I want to know what is most responsible for the Preds being able to get back in this thing. Let me know on Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll discuss together right after I remind you about the fine folks at Two Rivers Ford who present the Two Rivers Ford Take each and every night. You know that that's a name in car business, in the car business in Middle Tennessee since 1983 that you can respect, that you know, that you trust, and that you know supports all of your local sports teams as well. Two Rivers Ford is an official partner of the Nashville Predators. Not just that, they provide you exceptional award-winning customer service when you go out and visit their non-commissioned sales staff. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. What's most responsible for the Nashville Predators being able to rebound? Home field advantage was key. That crowd was loud AF, says L Boogie 808. We'll throw your guys' comments up on the screen in the bottom. What is that? That's my right for you to be able to read. Home field advantage was key. The crowd loud AF, according to L Boogie 808. Lucas Cisneros, forgive me, Lucas, if I botched your last name. That guy that's your second topic. I mean, UC Soros. What do you have? 58 saves today. This man is outstanding. He has performed at a level, and maybe it's easy to look at this in retrospect and say, well, he was always capable of this. The signs were always there. And people more educated in hockey than my friend Adam Vingan of The Athletic, who covers the Nashville Predators, for example. I was reading some of his reaction to the game on Twitter today, and basically Vingan says, I didn't believe that he was capable of being this kind of star in net. UC Soros he's the reason they're here in the first place, but he's also a reason that they have a chance in this series. He did not get disheartened in game 2 after he performed outstanding and had 28 saves. His teammates around him failed him. And ultimately, the game that the goaltender should have stolen Carolina, the Preds squandered a little bit. But did he sulk? Did he mope? No, he came back and performed at an exceptional level over the past, just based on the results of this weekend. 58 saves tonight, though. Outstanding by any stretch of the imagination. He is a big part. He has a big role to play in all of this. Tig agrees with El Boogie. He says, home ice, Dustin Benton as well. The fans, listen, I was, what was that, my second or third year that living in Nashville, that the Nashville Predators went to the Stanley Cup final against the Pittsburgh Penguins. And throughout the course of that playoff series, really starting with the sweep against Chicago, you could not even begin to imagine how loud it was in Bridgestone Arena. Deafening, almost to the point. You walk out of there with a headache, but I'm trying to think of the word. Disoriented is the right word, because you walk out of there and you're like, what the hell just happened? Did they just win a quadruple overtime game? Mike Fisher standing on his head, them serving booze through all of the overtimes. It was incredible. But the Preds and Bridgestone Arena have this incredible relationship with you guys as fans, because everybody likes to say that they have the best home ice advantage, and there are teams who bring it and fan bases who bring it strong. More traditional fan bases and markets, of course. This is the case. This was always the argument that these, whatever, it's the original six that they call them in the NHL. This is always the way that they've kind of, turned their nose up at the Nashville Predators. But the Preds ever since then, and you guys, it's a true testament to you guys, it's an environment, and I can only say that I've been to a handful of NHL games outside of Bridgestone. Really, that's been my primary experience. So, I take it for granted sometimes, kind of like watching Derrick Henry. Like you forget sometimes the level that you guys as fans perform at when you are you're in on the action at that point. Seth Stanley says, joining a little late, but who is vibing, Buck? That game was at both games, and the atmosphere was amazing. Focus says he can't quit watching the Luan celebration. That was beautiful. I mean, Taylor still got it despite being a father of two. But the biggest reason, I'll give you three reasons, okay? I'll give you three reasons. You guys continue to tell me what the biggest reason for the Preds turnaround is. Meanwhile, I'll tell you about our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. You know this. It's playoff time, big stakes, bigger promotions. That's how they do things at DraftKings Sportsbook. They're putting you courtside with a chance to turn $5 into 200. 40-1 odds on any basketball game. All you have to do is pick any team that is still in the hunt for the trophy, and if that team wins, you will receive $200 in free credits. That's right. Pick any team that is still in contention, bet $5, and if that team wins, you cash $200 in free credits. It's just that simple. So download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code A2Z Sports when you sign up to turn $5 into 200 in free credits. Bet on the basketball team of your choice to win their next game, and if they do, you can claim $200 in free credits. That's promo code A2Z Sports for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Tennessee only. Wager paid out in site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789. Who is most responsible for the Nashville Predators? Or what one thing, if you can pinpoint one thing that you've seen, UC Saros makes a lot of sense without question. But I would tell you that there are three things that I took away. The Forsberg, Duchesne, and Johansson line. Listen, we have all been hypercritical of Matt Duchesne. Deservedly so. He has not performed over the life of 2 years in Nashville. He has not performed up to the level of his contract. And I hate to go about, digging through somebody else's wallet or somebody else's bank account. But when it comes down to that, your performance is always going to be measured against what you're making and more importantly, what you're costing the team. Not just the double overtime victory on Friday, the goal that Duchesne scored. It's not the only reason that I'm saying that he has found a way to kind of rebound in these moments when they really, really needed him. But tonight again, or this afternoon rather, again, he showed up and performed. That is a consistent level of performance that you need from Matt Duchesne, Forsberg, Duchesne, and Johansson. Really, I mean, Duchesne and Johansson, the two highest paid players on the team, you saw what they're capable of. Now sustain. They've been able to do it through 2 games and through 2 double overtime games. Then, of course, there's UC Saros, who has performed at an exceptional level. I mean, John Glennon of Broadway Sports had the stat tonight, about 190 minutes. More than 3 regulation games have played by the Preds and Canes in 48 hours. So simple. Without question. If that spinorama would have went in, that's 2 OT goals, was a sick play regardless, says Seth is talking about Matt Duchesne. So you have the Forsberg, Duchesne, and Johansson line. You have Saros and the penalty kill. It's just been much, much better at this point. 3 reasons why the Nashville Predators, Tig adds that they've picked up the tempo of play for certain. That has been the case for the Nashville Predators, and it's very, very good to see. At this point, you really, really needed to get that spark from the guys who you're paid to contribute, or who you're paid to not just contribute, but to basically you go as they go. Let's talk about what's happening today in Nashville, though. Let's move on to the Nashville sports doubleheader, because you see UC Saros on your graphic. Goals, we do quarterback 1, QB 1, wide receiver 1, running back 1, but UC Saros, without question at this point, goaltender 1. Have you ever attended a Nashville sports doubleheader? Let me know in the comment section on Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Let me know your answer in the comment section, and we will discuss at length together. That is how we do things here on the Primetime Show. But I need to know from you, have you ever attended one? Because not only did you have the Preds this afternoon, the Nashville Sounds played the Atlanta Braves affiliate. I think they're from Gwinnett, Georgia, is what the Sounds, or is who the Sounds faced off against today. And now Nashville SC, and as well as the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are in Utah tonight, so maybe not a Nashville sports doubleheader because you can't straight up attend that. But it's a big day for Nashville sports. And I want to know if you've ever attended a Nashville sports doubleheader, because I was invited to one today and I did not get the opportunity to attend, given that I was out of town for my little sister's high school graduation. Let me know in the comment section on Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. We will discuss at length right after I remind you about Gary Ashton and the Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage, the official real estate agent of the Nashville Predators. What more do I need to say? Gary put these billboards up in Raleigh. This is not just a graphic that Gary sent me to throw up in front of my face, and I do it because I love him, and also he's my realtor. So we're happy to put Gary's face in front of mine. Gary, the official real estate agent of the Preds, the Titans, and A to Z Sports Prime Time. Check him out at GaryAshton.com. Find your dream address without the stress, or sell for more with the Ashton team. Have you ever attended a Nashville sports doubleheader? So today we had the Preds in Carolina in the playoffs. We had the Sounds hosting Gwinnett. We have Nashville SC currently playing at Nissan Stadium tonight against Matthew McConaughey's, I think it's Austin FC. Let me know in the comment section if you have done so. Dustin Benton says, no, I wish. Seth Stanley says, does a Preds game that goes 3 overtimes count as a doubleheader? LOL. Technically, it's just like 2 games. Lewis says, nope. John Bertotti says, yep, a Titans game followed by a Vandy men's basketball game. That should absolutely be in contention. Lee Hobbs says, what up, Buck? Good to see you, Lee. Welcome into the show. You're a little late, but it's okay. I still love you. Philip Anderson says, nope, he has not attended the Nashville sports doubleheader. And now listen, my friend Davey Shepard, who works for Speedway Soccer, he does the Nashville Soccer Show on 104.5 The Zone. I believe it's on Wednesday nights. You might have to double check with my radio producer at Lucas Panzica because he does such a great job. Grizzlies game on, holla at you. No, without question, baby. Listen, I'm all for Ja. I am active. I mean, the Utah Jazz are a fantastic basketball team, and if they were in Nashville, we could consider them a part of this. I mean, I guess technically it's a triple header today with the Sounds, the Preds, and now Nashville SC. I had the opportunity. I was extended an invite today. As I said, I was out of town all weekend. I went to a wedding on Friday. Drove to Indianapolis for a wedding on Friday. So had the wedding on Saturday. Drove down this morning from Indianapolis to where I'm from in Evansville because my little sister graduated high school today. Congratulations to Lily Rising. She looked beautiful. She's going to be incredibly successful at Indiana University, which makes me very proud because that's my alma mater. And then after graduation, rolled right on down here through the Preds game on the DVR, caught up a little bit, sat down, did the primetime show because I got obligations. You guys know I have responsibilities. So we got it done. Lewis Chesney says, go Nuggets. Well, that's weird, Lewis, but it's okay. Live your life. Lucas Cisneros says, nope, he lives in Canada, but that's okay. Lucas, come visit sometime. We've got a great sports scene, and I know the Canadians do as well. But, our weather's a little more tolerable, except right now because it was like 90 degrees today. Unbelievable. I have not personally had the opportunity to attend a Nashville sports, in this case, triple header, but I will at some point take advantage, especially now that the offseason is rolling. But I need the Preds to keep winning so I can go to a game. Let's move on. Let's do the Tennessee Heating and Cooling Heat Check. Our Sunday tradition around here. Who got hot? Who cooled off in sports this week? It's quite simple. Who got hot and who cooled off in sports this week? I know I'm going to see a lot of nominations for the Preds. I look forward to seeing that as well. Let me know in the comment section on Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. We will discuss at length right after I tell you about Brymak Mechanical, BRYMAK. That's Brymak.com. Satisfaction guaranteed on each and every one of your HVAC needs. They will hook you up and they will get you in your comfort zone like the Nashville Predators, baby. Chris Hamby, Miss Sherry, they are huge Preds fans and they love to see the local team succeed. They love to see you succeed in all your HVAC wants and needs at Brymak Mechanical, BRYMAK, Brymak.com. All right. How about our Vols finally winning the SEC East, says Alan Lathrop. Yes, Tony Vitello is going to be on the radio show tomorrow from 10 to 1, so make sure you don't miss it. Shout out to the Tennessee Volunteers baseball team. Not Vandy winning the East, but Tennessee. Absolute. Listen, Tennessee needed to win the East for a while, so they finally got a victory in the East, or finally got won the East, the SEC East for themselves. If not in basketball, if not in football, at least the baseball team's got something going. So we're looking forward to talking to Tony Vitello tomorrow. I'll have to double check exactly what time he's on, but I know he's on at some point from 10 to 1, so come hang out. Mickelson, Trae Young, and the Preds, says El Boogie 808. Trae Young, I'm watching right now in the office. He has been absolutely on fire tonight. Phil Mickelson got the win. And, of course, I mean, what more can you say about the Nashville Predators other than they have been absolutely fantastic? So many good stories today, says El Boogie 808. I know. I'm excited to get into them in more depth tomorrow while I've got 3 hours to roll along. John Bertotti says the Preds are heating up. Lewis Chesney says Phil Mickelson, hot, ice cold LeBron James. I did not see LeBron's weekend, but I know that he has been dealing with injury, so I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it. The vibes are back, Buck, says Amar. Listen, if they want, I'm not going to be grouchy old man shaking my fist at the sun about or shaking my fist at the clouds because I don't like the vibe thing. I don't care. I'm happy for the Preds. I'm happy for the Preds fans. I'm happy for the city of Nashville because it means that we keep getting to experience a playoff atmosphere in some sport or another. Now, between the NFL and the NHL, the Nashville sports scene is on fire without question, and the Nashville Predators doing their part after falling down 0-2. It's been an incredible rebound to be able to watch, and they deserve all of the credit in the world. You guys deserve all the credit in the world because you show up Sunday to Thursday night here on the A to Z Sports Primetime Show. As always, we appreciate your participation. Make sure you hang out a cold, says El Boogie 808. 4-year-old radio show callers. Yeah, we had a good time with Grace, but her name's actually Sophie, a 3-year-old who turned 4 today. Happy birthday, Sophie/Grace. She turned 4 today. 3-year-old called the radio show on Friday and was basically trolling me, which I mean, it was so much fun. And if you missed any of that, you can check it out at Buck Rising on Instagram, just as it's spelled there below you. Send me your Music City mailbag questions in my DMs on Instagram. You got questions about the Titans. You got a question about the Preds. You got a question about anything happening in the Nashville sports scene. I will get it done for you on the 615 Sessions podcast. Adam Vingan of The Athletic will be with me, and we will break down all things Nashville Predators. Because as Robert White Stewart says, UC Saros may be MVP of the league. He's certainly playing like the best goaltender in sport right now. I don't know how anybody could deny him that. And when we see the NHL awards, he really, really ought to be considered. I believe, is it the Vezina Trophy? That is the best goaltender. Forgive me, my hockey awards escape me, but I'm pretty sure it's the Vezina Trophy for goalies. UC Saros is making a damn good case. In the meantime, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow on the radio, 10 to 1. We'll have Tony Vitello. We'll have Lindsay Rowley of Bally Sports, who hosts the Preds pregame, intermission, and postgame. She will break down all things Nashville Predators tomorrow as well. And if you missed the radio show live, you can get the podcast. Buck Rising, or no, it's the Buck Rising show. But grapefruit flavored vodka and grapefruit juice is a must, says Focus. That's a little too sweet for me, but I had an incredible tequila drink with a little bit of pomegranate juice in it this weekend. That I would recommend. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We will keep the content coming around here on A to Z Sports Prime Time because damn sure the week has just begun. So we got no excuse. We're not tired yet. No!